As from the Target Holothon, we got Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kirby.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NECA unboxing and review. And today we got truly one of the all-time greats, as we got Kirby, aka Jack Kirby, unboxing and review. But for all your Jack Kirby needs, man, head over to Target. But for everything else under the sun, Entertainment Earth, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal. And of course, anything over $79 does ship free. But Kirby, aka Jack Kirby, comes to us from the Turtles line. A lot of us think of him with DC Marvel, of course, but he was a character, I guess, back in the Turtle days here, and very cool and a bit of a deep cut, I guess, in some ways, to get an action figure of him here. Now, we did get Stan Lee from the Marvel Legends series a few years back, so we can finally put these guys together. Obviously, a history between the two. A lot of people think both guys, in some ways, railroaded out of the industry and things, especially old Jack Kirby there, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the figures here, and of course we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, see what Mr. Kirby is up to right here. And there's old Kirby, looking only like a Kirby could look in a green shirt. Yes, you heard it here first, looking good. NECA, Nickelodeon logos, bubble window, peg hanger, of course, glamour shot down here, Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A little glamour shot on the side. He's number 20 in the line. Can you believe it? We're already up to 20 figures in this line so far. On the side, we got his little demonic friend there next to him. And then on the back, we got a little bit of images, I guess. That's what we'll call it right here. And then a little cross-sell at the bottom. Doesn't really say anything. Just says the old, meanwhile, to be continued. So it is what it is. And I guess I need to get the old cutter out. We're going to cut old Kirby out of the package here. And it wasn't Kirby pink. Oh, that was a video game Kirby, I think. I don't know. Who knows? Usual background, used to it by now. Bam! See you later, goodbye. Like a young Craig Hodges at the three-point line without a team. Without a team. There you go. And there he is in the plastic prison, full of accessories, hands, you name it. But I'm going to take this offline, get all these twist ties cut out. We'll be back talking all things TMNT. Kirby! All right, we got Kirby out of the package. Let's dive in. Let's start with the accessories. We've got the extra hands. And, of course, true to form, Kirby, right out of the package, 2 Fists of Fury. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. And then we do got gripping hands and, I guess, writing hands, it looks like. Here's a little right hand. And we'll hold that pencil. We're going to talk about it here in a second. But we get to choose our own Kirby hand adventure is what we get to do right here. And then we do get that pencil. We got a very small pencil. Be careful. You don't want to lose this bad boy. We got that. We got his little sketch pad here as well. Designing all kinds of stuff going on. He's got a little Donatello going on here. And you got a little weapon here he drew for him. Take care of yourself, Kirby. Don. Life, okay. Life at best is bittersweet. Life at best is bittersweet. No, I'm not going to use that one. Not going to use that one. But you do get a little sketch pad here, a little Easter egg. Of course, I think Donatello met him in the comics. That's how that all kind of went down way back in the day. We do get some accessories. We do get a little weapon here, a little like kind of pickaxe, a big version, a small version on the end. I think this goes to this little alien friend we're going to talk about here in a second. We do have that little weapon. And then they showed Donatello with this on his arm. So I guess you can use this with your Donatello turtle if you want to. All in blue with the black lining. Very comic book-like, of course, as we know. Now we're going to get Kirby's little alien friend here. And the first thing when I see this, it reminds me of the old school on MTV back in the day. Was it on Liquid Television? It was that show called like Head. Was it The Head? The Head? I think so, and it was a guy in a huge head, and it was wild, and then one day, like, this alien busted through the big head and came out and, like, became his little friend there. It was a wacky story. It was pretty wild, especially for, like, 9-year-old Kyle back in the day, but I loved it. I loved that head, and I remember, I think, was there 2 seasons there, and it went all over the place. It was a crazy series. Definitely recommend watching it. I'm sure it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. But I think there was like a cliffhanger and then it got canceled. I'm not sure. But I love the head. Great show. This kind of reminds me of that guy a little bit. He was all purple, though, I think, the guy that came out of his head. I don't know. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're confused. That's the way it goes there. But crazy looking alien creature here. Big red mouth going on. Two big old teeth at the top and bottom. Got horns all over the top. Very demonic looking here. Red kind of gloves, red over with plenty of horns going on. Horns in the legs. Crazy horned feet. Looks like an alien / insect. Just an absolute wild man right here. But you do get articulation, so he's more than just an accessory. You get arms that go around. You get a head side to side. No waist on this bad boy, but the legs do have some movement out of them as well. So a decent amount of movement out of this guy here, but definitely looking like a wild man, looking a little scary. A guy you wouldn't want to mess with. A little guy you wouldn't want to mess with. Like a young Emmanuel Lewis. Shout out to Emmanuel, friend of the channel, as we know.
Oh, Kyle Peterson, how are you? This is Emmanuel Lewis. You also know me from the TV show Webster. Listen, man, I think it's so awesome. Thank you so much.
But then, of course, we get Mr. Kirby right here, and it just looks like a guy. Yeah, it looks like an old science teacher or art teacher or something like that is what he looks like here. But I guess that is the point of this one here. Very 80s style Mr. Rogers-like sweater over the top in green, a little collared shirt underneath. Got a little hair on the forearms and onto the hands there for Mr. Kirby, looking good. Nice blue jeans going against the brown shoes. His wife must have dressed him. Just a fashion plate if there ever was one. Like a young Freddie Blassie, really, at the end of the day. Good head sculpt on him. I would say I know this is Kirby. I mean, I might be a little bit confused because you don't expect a Kirby figure or Jack Kirby figure. But it does look like him there. He's got the human hits being played, 2 eyes, 2 eyebrows, a nose, a mouth, and 2 ears, and a haircut you could set your watch to if you needed to. If you ever needed to set your watch, that's where you would go. But it looks fine for what it is, no doubt about it. It looks good. And then, of course, arms do go around for us. Very tight. We always see tight joints on this line for whatever reason. Double jointed, pinless elbows here for that. Talked about the fist of Kirby Fury. He's ready to throw down with Stan Lee if he needs to. You never know. Head back, forth, side to side. Kind of a weird brown spot around the back and the front of his hair, I guess, to show kind of a little bit of depth, I guess, is what we're showing there with that. I don't know. Waist articulation, nice and smooth. Big old Kirby splits if you need them. Legs do go up. Double jointed pinned knees on him here. Ankles up and down, side to side. So decent articulation for old Kirby here. And not sure where I'm going to put him in my display. That is one thing I can tell you right away. I'm not sure exactly where he's going to go. But does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Look at that. Fits perfectly on a stand if you need him too. And then we got his partner in crime, kinda. We got Stan Lee. I mean, similar size, similar kind of in that aspect here, but totally different kind of things. This is more real world where this is more animated, obviously. But very, very cool to have these two legends. I can see a lot of people that don't even collect this turtle line, just want a Jack Kirby figure. They'll pick this one up for their collection. I can see that being done, but he does look pretty good for what it is. And him and Stan can be together again if that is your thing, if that's what you want. But for me, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put him in my collection. Have to figure that out for sure. But there it is, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in action figure form. What do you guys think about this? Is this for you? Is this some pickups for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, including all the figure photography, early access to the videos, dog stuff, pizza stuff, you name it, it's all going down over in the old Patreon channel. And Patreon, the best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel, PressingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget my book, hardcover, Barnes & Noble exclusive, softcover, Amazon's where I recommend. It is the complete guide to Jakks Class Superstar series, almost 700 pages of content right here. If you do want an autographed edition, hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Jack Kirby, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, books, and Stan Lee, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.